Canvas is better than paper. Sven, don't you think that's true? Yeah, paper is wasteful and oh so distasteful. But what is a teacher to do? Ah, Canvas, buddy. Welcome to Friday in 5. Today we're going to be looking at Canvas quizzes. So, without further ado, let's create one. We're going to go here to our class. We're going to go over here to the left navigation where it says quizzes, and we're going to hit the plus button here where it says quiz. We're of course going to name this quiz with a name that means something. Name the quiz here. And we can provide lots of details down here, including video prompts, text, images, and other things that the Canvas Rich Content Editor provides. We can make it a graded quiz, a practice quiz, a graded survey, or an ungraded survey. I'm going to go ahead and make it a graded quiz, and I'm going to put it in my quizzes assignment group because I've created assignment groups. You may just have homework here. I'm going to post these grades to the Student Information System, aka PowerTeacher, because I don't want to have to do that work on the back end. I'm going to shuffle the answers because I don't want Johnny's A to be Billy's A. That way that mitigates a little bit of that cheating. I'm going to limit the time to 20 minutes, and I am going to allow multiple attempts and keep the highest score. Now all these options are in fact options, so you don't have to turn them on or off, and you can change them however you'd like. Let students see their quiz responses. Yeah, I'm going to let that happen, and I'm going to let them see the correct answers. I could change when they get to see those answers. I'm going to show one question at a time so they're not distracted by the other questions. And because I don't want them going back and forth, I'm going to go ahead and lock those questions after answering. I'm going to require an access code, which means in order to access this quiz, they have to type in this code. And that's pretty much it. We're not going to filter by IP addresses. I'm going to assign it to everyone. I'm going to make it due on the 29th, and I'm going to make it available on the 28th and unavailable on the 30th. So they can do it late, but then they would lose points. Who knows, right? So moving right along, let's look at how questions are actually created. Here I have no questions. If I've created other questions before, I could find them from question banks. We'll talk about that in a minute. I'm going to create a new question. This is going to be a multiple choice question. I'm going to give it a meaningful name here. And I'm going to provide the deets of the question itself, right? So this is the question, right? And then this is the answer, and this is a wrong answer. Once I save that, I now have a question. I can create another one. Okay, the question. And I have to give it a label. So again, this is just a label up here. I'll make it multiple choice, correct, wrong. And anytime I see these ellipses down here, I can provide more details in this space. This is why it was correct. This is the response the students will see afterwards, or for an incorrect answer. I can have that down there. I'll go ahead and click done here and here. That just provides feedback for correct or incorrect. I'm going to go ahead and save this entire quiz, and it is ready to be published. It is not currently published. But I want to go back in and edit it. I can also preview it, but I want to edit it. When I go into editing, I can go to my questions, and I can also find questions that I've created previously. Now I've got question banks that I've managed before. We'll talk about that in a second. But if I want to throw in one of these questions from my question bank that I've created, I can go down here to HTML and select this question, add that question in there, and then voila. I can of course move these around as needed. So when I'm in Find Questions, I can manage my question banks, and I can add new question banks. Each question bank has a group of questions. I can create a question in here. I can move them around between banks. This is just an easy way to manage how you use quiz questions in Canvas. And so we'll go ahead and go back over here to quizzes. And then finally, what if I've given a quiz and I want to see how students did? Well, I've got quiz statistics here. That takes a moment to come up, but you can see I get a question breakdown for every single question, meaning, hey, where did kids have a problem? I can scroll through here and say, ooh, this looks like quite a few of them got this one wrong. And I can go in and, in fact, even see the details of this question and figure out maybe where some extra instruction needs to happen. I can also go over to my quizzes in that same quiz and go to SpeedGrader, which would allow me to see each individual student's answers. So from SpeedGrader I can go through and I could leave comments. So if I knew a student was struggling, and this one was not because he scored a 15 out of 15, but if I wanted to, I could come in and leave comments over the entire quiz if they were having trouble, or at each individual question to help remediate or address any issues that I see there. So that's it. Quizzes in a nutshell. Friday in 5+. And if you have any questions, the best place to go besides knocking on my door or sending me an email is guides.instructure.com for Canvas help. And then, of course, we're in quizzes specifically, and there are a lot of different ways to use quizzes in Canvas, and this will give you all the details. Happy Friday, happy weekend. Talk to you soon.